I'm Brett Griffin. We're with Drew Medlin today at Medlin Farms in Monroe, North Carolina. Union County, actually, pretty close to Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City. Also got Jeff from Nutrien Ag Solutions joining us. Drew, tell us a little bit about the history of this farm.
This has been a farm since the mid-1950s. My grandpa started the farm here. My father came in about 20 years later, started farming with him. My grandpa passed in about 1987. My dad took over from that point. My dad and I farmed together. We became partners in 2010, and my father passed away in 2021.
What all crops are you growing out here?
So we're growing wheat, corn, and soybeans. We've grown a little bit of sorghum in the past. It doesn't really fit into our rotation as well, but wheat is really our money crop. We have kind of rolling terrain here. It's very, very suitable for wheat.
This is a big county for wheat.
A lot of that just has to do with the climate that we're in right here. We have some really good farmers here that just really take care of their wheat. We don't look at wheat as a cover crop at all. We look at it as money crop, and it's been good to us over the years.
And the poultry business, it's big in this area. A lot of chicken houses, turkey houses. Does that benefit you at all?
It's a huge benefit. Number one, we're able to keep our costs down on our fertilizer through the poultry litter. Number two, the litter, it really works well in this type of soil.
What's the soil type like?
We have majority red clay. We also have a lot of like a white type clay or white or gray clay. It holds moisture very well, but it can also get very, very hard. One of the things that we've done that's really improved our soil is no-till. We're able to build a lot of organic matter by not, tilling the land.
Jeff, what are some of the challenges on this farm?
We're always fighting something new. We're always having to adapt. Palmer pigweeds was such a big thing. We've got that under control right now. Now we're seeing Italian ryegrass.
Any specific products that work great?
So Syngenta product, Mavis Ace on our wheat. Really the plant health aspect is unbelievable on it. We see a decrease in the amount of vomitoxin that we get in our wheat because of the Mavis. We also see a yield increase. The Mavis Top, which goes over our soybeans, really, really good product.
We use a lot of radiate on almost all of our crops here. We're not just doing it to do it. We're doing it because we've seen, how it benefits and how much it actually pays dividends on that money.
Charlotte's 30 minutes up the road. How much does that impact what's happened on this farm, just that you've seen in your lifetime?
It impacts us a tremendous amount. I mean, there's a lot of competition, with developers. It's difficult to buy property and farm it. We see farmland go away, and it's something that's on your mind all the time. My dad always used to say that, a house is the land's final crop. And once you've sold that land and it's gone forever.
Where do you see farming going in the next 10 years?
I think there's going to be a lot more AI involved with farming. With the labor shortages we have and with less and less people wanting to farm, I think the equipment is eventually going to get to be more capable of operating itself.
Jeff, obviously the name of this documentary is Feeding the Future Together. When you hear Feeding the Future Together, what comes to mind?
It's a collaborative effort from the farming community, from the farm level to the Nutrien Ag Solutions input providers, to equipment dealers, all the way on everything it takes to get food to the plate. We want our future generations to have nutritious, healthy food.
Drew, Feeding the Future Together, what comes to mind?
Not depleting the land. A lot of folks think that farmers deplete the land, and that's the last thing 90% of farmers want to do. My grandpa, my dad put a lot out here on this land, and they saw to it that it was in good shape for me. And I want to do that for the next generation, for my son. If he wants to farm, I want this land to be in better shape than it was whenever I got it.